For a strike, and away we go. Cubs wearing their traveling uniforms, the gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats and helmets and sleeves and socks, a variety of shoe colors, green missing for a ball, 1-1. The Reds, as you might guess, have a lot of that color in their uniform, red hats and sleeves and shirts. The next pitch inside for a ball. They have bright white trousers, white numbers on their backs. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home. The 2-1 to Bush, low ball 3. The right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Let's see if Bush now can take advantage of the 3-1 pitch. He checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Michael tried to check on a shoulder-high fastball, ruled to have swung by third base umpire Brian Walsh.
Bushy flipped his bat. He did not think he went. We have not seen a replay yet. Kind of spun out of the way, but did not see a replay.
Green is a big man, 6'5", 242 pounds, very hard thrower. And the pitch to Bush, strike 3 called on the inside corner. So Green fell behind 3-1, comes back to strike out Bush. 1 away, just underway, and the batter, Nico Hoerner.
As you said, Pat, very hard thrower. This is fastball at 100 miles an hour, right on the corner.
Green's pitch to Hoerner is a strike. Ron, what would be your plan if you were in that Cubs lineup tonight against Hunter Green?
I would absolutely 100% be looking for the fastball, and I would be geared up for his best fastball. You got to get the fastball down in the zone, though. If you chase the ball out of the zone high, you're going to be in trouble.
Hoerner just chased a low outside breaking ball, and it's 0-2 on Nico. Nico hitting .303. Lines one toward the middle, but it's gloved by McLean from the outfield grass. Throws to first to get him. Very close play. A hustling Hoerner called out by first base umpire Chad Whitson. And now they'll take a look at the replay and see if he was out.
I don't think they're not going to challenge this. A very close play at first base, and hustling down the line is Nico, but just barely a bang-bang play, but they got him in first.
McLean on the outfield grass juggled that ball ever so slightly, and that made it a very close play. And Nico always hustles. 2 down, and here's Ian Happ. Ian has had some big days and nights in this ballpark. He played collegiately at the University of Cincinnati. But then again, a lot of hitters have had big days and nights in this yard. One of the best hitting parks in the summertime, and we're still in that area. One of the best hitting parks in the big leagues.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We were watching batting practice today, and the ball just flying out of this ballpark.
Happ hitting .243, 23 home runs. Takes inside for a ball. Ian, lifetime against Green, 2 for 15, but he does have a homer against him. Green missed about 2 months in the middle of the year. Here's a smack on the ground to second. Bobbled by McLean. Picks it up and throws to first to get him to end the inning. A couple of hard-hit balls, but the Cubs hit some atom balls right at him, and they do not score. Nobody reaches after.
Take a
On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. No score, bottom of the first. TJ Friedel to lead it off. Colin Ray on the mound. Big, tall right-hander looking for his 11th win, making his 26th start of the year. And there is a strike on the inside corner to Friedel. As you think about Ray facing these Reds in this park tonight, Ron, what's on your mind?
I would say beyond the attack with the fastball early in the count and just getting ahead.
Fly ball to left, long run. Happ gets over there and make the catch. One down, no score, first inning. Bases empty, and the batter, Gavin Lux.
The way the ball is flying in this ballpark for batting practice and what way it'll be jumping tonight, I don't think you can pitch behind in the count in this ballpark. I think you make average hitters good hitters and good hitters great when you pitch behind in the count. And then, we were watching mishit balls end up in the seats today.
Gavin Lux, left-handed batter, swings and misses. The dimensions, 328 down the line and left, 379 to left center. The wall is 12 feet high from the pole in left out to the gap in deep left center. And then the wall is just 8 feet high from deep left center all the way around to the right field foul pole. 404 to straightaway. It's that right center alleyway where the ball really carries over the 370 marker. And many times it is over the marker. 325 down the line and right. There's just something about that gap in right center that acts like a jet stream on many fly balls. Curveball missing to Lux. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gavin Lux.
I just think it's a short porch for the gap, and then on top of it, to your point, the ball just seems to really carry there.
Here comes the 2-2 from Colin Ray. Little looper into shallow right, falling in for a base hit. It was actually a good pitch. Ronnie jammed him. Lux able to just get enough wood to bloop it over the head of the second baseman Horner.
Yeah, not hit hard. Probably broke his bat. But it ends up in short right for a base hit. First inning today, that's powered by Invesco QQQ. That's Rethink Possibility, Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
The Reds are exactly a 500 team. 76 wins and losses as Austin Hayes checks in. And he'll swing and miss. No score, we're in the first with a man on. Right now, the Mets occupy the 3rd wild card spot. Arizona 2 games behind, and then Cincinnati and the Giants both 2.5 back. And they're starting to run out of time. 10 games to play for most of the teams, or thereabouts. Here's a drive towards center. Coming in, Pete Crow Armstrong has to play it on a bounce. It's a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Reds here in the first. And it brings up Sal Stewart.
Well, these 2 hits, neither ball hit all that hard. This is a little cutter. Gets a little too much of the plate probably for Collins' liking. And just gets dumped into short center. Colin Ray's got a very good fastball. He's in the mid-90s with his heater, 95 to be exact, where he usually tops out at.
Here's the pitch on the way to Stewart. Swing and a miss. But if you're where the Reds are or the Giants are, 2.5 games back with a couple of teams ahead of you, you're almost in a spot where you have to win of your last 10, at least 8.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 9 to get in. Here's the 0-1. Drilled foul off to the right, out of play.
Another good fastball, 95 miles an hour, and a 2-seamer. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Ray, 10 wins, 6 losses. His ERA, 4.23. He's kept the Cubs in the great majority of his starts. And again, making his 26th start of the year. Swing and a miss. Good high fastball got him. That's his best fastball yet. Out number 2. Strikeouts are worth noting. Strikeouts are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 2 outs, 2 on for the left-handed batting Will Benson.
You're right, 96 miles an hour, top of the zone, a four-seamer. And he just threw that ball right by Stewart.
Now Benson has done some damage against Ray in their head-to-head matchups. Benson 7 for 15 with a home run against Colin. 1 ball and no strikes. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Runners lead at first and second. Swing and a miss. Beautiful breaking ball. 1-1. Again, plenty of Cub fans here tonight. Great to see the blue shirts and blue hats and the uniforms that say Coomer on the back. Here's the 1-1. Line drive caught by Bush, and that ends the inning. Reds get a couple of hits, but no runs. They leave a pair. We go to the second inning. 0-0 game from the Great American Ballpark on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home.
Hitter gets a base hit. Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Here's a bouncer to second. Gloving it as McLean, a short toss to first in time. 1 down, and the batter Seiya Suzuki. But if you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably just not worth drinking. Here is Suzuki stepping in. Green run had a very serious right groin strain that kept him out of action for over 2 months. And this guy really has to be considered the ace of the staff when he's healthy.
Yeah, big arm and 100-mile-an-hour plus fastball. Might be the hardest thrower of anybody in baseball in the rotation. But great fastball, great slider. And you're right. And you think where Cincinnati is at right now at 500, if you have Green healthy all year, as Seiya fouls that one off to the right. If he's healthy all year, where is Cincinnati in the race?
Probably in a wild card spot.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
But he was outrun from June the 3rd all the way until August the 13th, so 2 months and 10 days. And Seiya takes high for a ball. Suzuki has done the best against Hunter Green in the head-to-head matchups. Seiya 7 for 15 against this hard thrower with 2 homers, including a grand slam. He swings and fouls it to stay alive. Still 2-2. Green has begun his evening by setting down the first 4 Cubs.
Green basically 2-pitch pitcher to the right-handers, fastball slider. And then he does mix in a split finger to the left-handers, so he throws fastball slider and an occasional split.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed on a high fastball. Strikeout number 2 for Hunter Green. He's one of those guys, he never seems worried about challenging hitters.
No, not when you throw 101. No, he just rear back and throw it and take your chances. And that's the fastball we were talking about. That one might have been just above the zone, and if you got to swing at that fastball above the zone, you're gonna have a hard time catching up with it.
Carson Kelly will take a strike. 0-0 game, second inning. Green against the Cubs' lifetime has made 8 starts, and he is 4-1. Here's a fly ball into shallow center, racing in Friedel. The left-handed center fielder makes the catch to end the inning. The Cubs go quietly after an inning and a half. No score. Cubs and Reds on the score. And
the Off Base Podcast is on. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs for all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors.
the pitch and not above it when it's at the top of the zone. Why is that?
Well, I just think it's very difficult to catch up with the high fastball at 100 miles an hour to begin with if it's not in the zone. Mm-hmm. And then I do believe hitters, you know, the way everybody is being taught to hit now is, you know, get the ball elevated and kind of swing up. And we're seeing a lot of that now. And if you're trying to hit a high fastball at 100 miles an hour and your swing is going upwards, you're good luck. You're just not going to do it. Your hands, you have to think of getting your hands above the baseball if you're going to attack the high fastball in the zone to catch up with it. Because then what that does as that pitch misses down and away. It keeps the barrel of the bat in the hitting zone and on plane with the ball for a long time. And then you've got a chance to at least catch up with that heater.
Spencer Steer with a 2-2 count. And the pitch just outside. Even going back to amateur days, Ron, you'd be facing a guy who threw hard and he threw a lot of chest-high fastballs. You would take swings and you'd think, how did I miss that one? I saw it, I thought I had a good cut, and you're amazed that you didn't make any contact.
Yep.
A strike 3 called on a breaking ball by Colin Ray, and Spencer Steer is out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Ray. Nothing game, and the batter is Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, a little high inside breaking ball, and I know Steer's not going to like this when he goes back and looks at it. Looked like it could have been up and inside.
De La Cruz, big, tall, left-handed batter, switch hitter. Fly ball to left, should be routine for Happ. It is. A little cloudy in certain areas around the ballpark. A lot of clear skies overhead. Not a bad September night. 83 degrees. I'll take it. The wind, Ron, is absolutely no factor right now.
Yeah, it's, even batting practice, very little wind at all today. The ball was jumping out of this ballpark.
Here's Tyler Stevenson. Big right-handed batting catcher, and he'll take a strike. Cubs sweeping the Pirates the last 3 games. Cubs with a very impressive road record for the year. There is a strike. The Cubs are 42-35 in road games. Second best in the big leagues. Only Milwaukee slightly better at 43-32. That's one of the things that separates the best teams from all the rest. Winning records on the road. You've got to be a good team to do that. Breaking ball is down low, and the count 1-2.
Yeah, and that's an impressive record that the Cubs are featuring right now. That's for sure.
A ball and 2 strikes on Stevenson. Colin Ray brings it. This ball is lifted into shallow right. Should be routine for Suzuki near the line. He's got it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Colin Ray. After 2, no score. Cubs and Reds on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to
toward the right field corner, made a sliding catch on a very hard hit ball, and that's out number 1.
Well, if you're Pete, you really can't hit the ball much harder than that. This is the line drive bullet to right. And got a little top spin on it as that ball was sinking, but Benson got a good break and had a very nice catch.
Here's Dansby Swanson. Dansby 0 for 11 lifetime against Hunter Green, and that's probably why he's down in the number 8 spot tonight. Sometimes you put in the lineup before you're aware of all the data run, and then you think, oh, okay, now I get it. You know, 0 for 11.
Yeah.
Here is a swing and a miss by Dansby. The defensive alignment, and it's important in this park, the outfielders, the defense for the outfielders is a big deal in this park. And the defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Here's a little pop fly on the infield. Easy play from McLean, the second baseman, right near the bag. Gloves it. Green has set down the first 8. 0-0 game, and the batter, Matt Shaw.
All reviews in this game, they're sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
This is far from a sellout. We'll make our picks in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game as Matt Shaw takes a breaking ball down low. I'll go ahead and get us started. I'll say there are 16,461. 16461. And Cub fans comprise at least 50% of that guess. Here comes the 1-1. Shaw swings and misses.
I'm going to say 17,500.
Being here on a Friday night, the final road series of the year, I was reminded of, I believe, the 2007 end of the season. It was the final Friday night of the regular season. Carlos Zambrano pitching for the Cubs. The Cubs' magic number was down to 2. And there were 40,000 fans here, and I guarantee you at least 35,000 were Cub fans.
Cub fans, all blue.
It was unbelievable. You'd swear you were at Wrigley Field if you had your eyes closed and heard the reaction.
Isn't that something?
To the crowd in certain plays. Cubs won the game. Zambrano pitched, I think, 7 or 8 shutout innings. So that reduced the magic number down to 1. Later that night, Milwaukee lost at home, I want to say to San Diego. And that gave the Cubs the division crown. I think it was 07. And then the Cubs would head out to Arizona for the playoffs, and they would stumble and lose a couple of games out there. Here is a swing and a miss, strike 3. But I'll never forget that night when the Cubs clinched the division title here in Cincinnati. Again, 80% of the fans were Cub fans. Amazing. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Nothing.
Every game night is a chance to go.
Dogs, too?
That's a great question, Zach. That's why you're a top-notch journalist right there.
There you go.
Matt McLean, first up. We'll continue this discussion here as we move along.
You sure?
Sure, we have to.
All right, I'll make my guess. 18,000.
Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Colin Ray gets the strikeout. McLean is gone. That's strikeout number 3 for the Cub right-hander. 0-0 game. Back to the top of the order for T.J. Friedel. As Zach said, they had the Bark in the Park promotion. Fans had their dogs out on the warning track and in foul territory and fair territory, and they were parading all the way around the Great American Ballpark. Dogs of all shapes and sizes and furriness. T.J. Friedel, the batter. Didn't think I'd be using the word furriness on this broadcast tonight, but there it was. The 0-1 pitch is in for a strike. But I was reminded of the great rock and roll band of yesteryear, Three Dog Night.
Oh, there you go.
Tonight was a 500-dog night.
Uh-huh. Now, do you remember some of the songs from Three Dog Night?
Joy to the World.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Oh, Three Dog Night did the bullfrog song, huh?
Lucky old Jeremiah. Here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way to Friedel, and it's outside for a ball. They did a lot of top songs many, many years ago. I like the song Out in the Country. Dave Abbott's our engineer. He's kind of a music buff.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a broken bat. Ground ball foul, and the bat goes sailing. Look out. My goodness. The jagged part of that broken bat went sailing into the stands, and I certainly hope everyone is okay. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and it went up above the netting over the dugout, which is got to be about 30 feet high. That's unreal.
I don't think I've ever seen a broken bat sailing into the stands over a netting quite like that ever, Ron. That's frightening.
Yep.
And everyone is okay, I believe.
Yeah, it seems to be no issues. Some young guy's got the bat in his hand, the barrel end of it.
So the count on T.J. Friedel, 1-2. One away, nobody on. Bottom of the third, a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Colin Ray with the strikeout pitch working. That's 4 for him. 2 down, nobody on, and Gavin Lux the batter. But that was quite a promotion. All the dogs on the field tonight.
Now, would your little guys like to be down on the field like that? Would they do okay down there?
They would love it.
Oh, yeah? Okay. How about their owner? Would he like running around down there with the dog?
Sort of.
not quite in the love it category.
No, they have a good attitude. Whatever you want to do, they're okay with it.
As long as you got some food?
That's it. That's the only priority for them. There's the 0-1 to Gavin Lux. Down low for a ball. Great friends. 2 down, nobody on. Gavin Lux waiting. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away off to the left and out of play. You had to be a Three Dog Night fan. You're old enough to remember some of their songs. How about One is the Loneliest Number?
Yeah, they had a lot of good songs, absolutely.
Mama Told Me Not to Come. That was probably your favorite, Zach. The wild life that you must have had as a youngster.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and inside for a ball.
I'd like to think I'm still in those years.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, you had your chance last night. It was the night to do it.
It's a great 24-hour stretch.
Yeah, it was.
You'd like to think it, but are you? That's the question. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call. Colin Ray just strikes out the side, and Zach is still a very youthful young man. Reds don't score. We go to the 4th. Cubs and Reds, 0-0 game on the score.
Take a hack at guessing which base.
Bush, a strikeout victim to begin the game. The Cubs have not had a base runner yet against Hunter Green. Anything else, Zach?
Brent Rooker hit a 2-run home run, Pat his 30th. A's knock off the Red Sox at Fenway 5-3.
Bush hits a high fly ball left center, pretty well hit. It is playable, however, for the left fielder Hayes alongside the center fielder Friedel. Out near the warning track in deep left center, out number 1. Green has set down the first 10.
The Mariners beat the Royals 2-0. The Marlins a 9-7 winner over the Rockies. And currently in progress, top 3 in Baltimore. The Yankees leading the Orioles 2-0. Ahmed Rosario with a 2-run double.
Horner whistles a line drive foul down the right field line.
After 1 in Milwaukee, the Brewers and Angels are scoreless. Pat?
Zach, thank you for the updates. We'll hear from you throughout this game. Well, it looks like we have a rarity developing here at the Great American Ballpark. A pitcher's duel.
Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah. Both guys have been dominant so far.
Horner bounces one out to short. Scooping it up is the big man, De La Cruz. And throwing to first. De La Cruz at 6. Is he 6'6"? I think we looked it up, 6'5". One of the tallest shortstops in the history of Major League Ball, but very agile. And he's really a way above average defensive player.
Very good hands. Great throwing arm. He can really sling it over there.
He has not missed a single game all year. Ellie De La Cruz. There's Ian Happ taking down low. For some reason, De La Cruz not in one of the real prime spots in the order. He's batting 7th right now. But again, he hasn't missed a game, so I'm assuming he's reasonably healthy. I know he slumped for a while, but his numbers aren't terrible. 19 homers, 82 driven in, and hitting .263 with way above average defense every day at short. Happ waiting for the 2-1 from Hunter Green. A looper towards center, caught by the shortstop De La Cruz, and that ends the inning. Cubs being mystified by Hunter Green after 3.5, no score on the score.
All the big hits.
picked up, swings at a curveball from Colin Ray and doesn't get it. Ray and Green matching each other pretty much pitch for pitch. Colin Ray has struck out 5. Here's a bunt attempt. Did Hayes bring the bat back in time? Yes, he did. It was a low outside breaking ball. Hayes wanted to lay down a bunt and just did pull the bat back in time. Again, the flag's just hanging out in center. And the next offering, swing and a miss.
A perfect location on that last heater, right at the outside corner. Might have been a little cutter, but right on the outside corner, down and away.
Ray has set down 8 in a row. The Reds had back-to-back one-out singles by Lux and Hayes in the first. Those are the only 2 base runners in the game for either team. We are in the 4th. The 1-2 pulled on the ground to third, foul. Just getting started. The final road series of the regular season for the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs will be home next week starting on Tuesday night against the Mets. Tomorrow night, Shota Imanaga against Nick Lodolo. Saturday, also a night game. They're going to start earlier, 5:40 Central Time tomorrow and Saturday. Saturday is Javier Assad against Zach Littell. And then Jamison Tyone against Andrew Abbott in the Sunday finale at 12:40. Fly ball, right center, pretty well hit. Long run, Suzuki, long run. Per Armstrong, it short hops the wall, and that's going to be a double for Austin Hayes. There's where the ball really carries, right center. He hit it directly in between Per Armstrong and Suzuki. No chance for either man to get it. It short hopped the wall, and it's a leadoff 2-base hit.
Yeah, splits the defense right at the 370 mark, and Pete goes up close to the wall to try to see if he can make a catch. Couldn't get there. And then that ball. Say it right there, though, and it ends up being a double.
Sal Stewart will swing away and foul it away.
In this 4th inning, sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
Cubs are 5-4 against the Reds for the year. Here comes the 0-1, fouled away, 0-2. Cubs took 2 out of 3 over a weekend earlier this year here in this park. Cubs ended up splitting the 6 games at Wrigley between these 2 teams. And now the 0-2 to Sal Stewart. Breaking ball just did get a piece as he fouls it back. We got a message from a Clyde Unger, great Cub fan, listening in yesterday, and Clyde said, I was talking with a friend of mine, and he heard me, I guess it was, mention the cameo business. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's out number 1, and Clyde said, I might be interested in purchasing a cameo. Go to cameo.com. And if both Ron Coomer and myself are on there, we're trying to get Zach Zaidman to join us, but he's a little bashful right now. We'll keep working on Zach.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Here comes the pitch on the way to Benson. It's taken low for a ball, but they're a lot of fun. If you have somebody who's graduating or getting married or just a big birthday coming up, or somebody retiring after X number of years as a great employee, and you want to have one of us congratulate them for you, that's basically what it's like. We'll be happy to wish happy birthday or whatever you'd like. Go to cameo.com. And now the 1-0 pitch to Will Benson. And a swing and a foul back. Well, we'll look to maybe hear from our friend Clyde Unger.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Trying to think now, that last name, Zach, help me here. You're good with this. There is a pop culture person with the last name of Unger. Here comes the 1-1 to Benson. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
The Odd Couple, right? Felix Unger.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're right on it. Felix Unger. That's who it is. I knew you'd get it, Zach.
Oscar was the sports writer, right?
Yes, he was.
There you go. And Felix was the neat one, right? Oscar definitely not.
Tony Randall.
Yeah. Jack Klugman, right? Is that it?
That's it. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Boy, that was close. That could have gone either way. Benson ruled to have checked. I'd like to see the replay on that one.
Yeah, that was close. I thought he went. Not getting a lot of replays on those check swings.
Here's the 2-2 now to Benson. Drilled toward right center in the gap. It's going to be in there, and it'll drive in the game's first run. Scoring on the play, Hayes on a double by Benson as he slides into second. Again, it looked like he was struck out on the previous pitch. He gets a new life and delivers a ringing double to the gap in right center. 1-0 Cincinnati.
Yeah, this pitch outside corner at the knees, pretty good pitch. And Benson, big strong guy, goes out and gets this ball and hooks it in the gap. 2 hops off the 370 mark. So back-to-back doubles to right center gives the Reds the first run of the ballgame.
For Benson, his 40th run batted in. Spencer Steer, the batter. And Colin Ray will bluff the runner back to second base. Well, rarely does the game end up 1-0 in this park, and I don't think this one will either. Reds out hitting the Cubs 4-0. Cubs will continue to try to solve the mystery of Hunter Green as we move along. There's a strike to Spencer Steer. First of a 4-game series. Here's a liner to short. 1 hop backhanded by Swanson. The runner holds at second. The throw to first low. Backhanded on the scoop out by Bush at first, and that's out number 2.
Good pitch, little jam shot, and nice play by Bushy on that low throw, as you said.
And Ellie De La Cruz batting. Ellie slumping of late. Big, tall, strong left-handed batter, and he'll take a strike. Terry Francona moving him down in the order with his recent slump. He wants to keep him in the lineup. He's still a good glove man and a very good base runner, base stealer. The 0-1 is inside for a ball. It actually makes sense when you think about it, right?
Yeah. Last month he's been scuffling, and your team is in the playoff race, so you're trying to put the best team out there you can.
Line to right, coming in and making the catch, Suzuki to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, doubles by Hayes and Benson. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. After 4, Reds 1, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast.
missed at 100 miles per hour from Green, which is the routine from him. He whirls and deals, and Ballesteros looks at a strike, a splitter right at the bottom of the zone on the outside edge. 1-1 the count. Ballesteros in upright stance. Here's the pitch. He swings and fouls it into the glove. Another fastball. 1-2.
And you get the fastball inside first pitch and then a fastball away. Last pitch, perfect pitcher's pitch in the outside corner at the knees.
Ballesteros waits. And here comes the 1-2 from Green. And a hot smash up the middle. Bobbled on the edge of the outfield grass by De La Cruz, and safe at first by Ballesteros as De La Cruz is not able to retrieve the ball in time to make a throw. So the Cubs have a base runner for the first time tonight.
This ball, I think, gets deflected a little bit by Green as he reaches behind his... No, maybe not. But this is one of those ground balls. It's a two-hopper to De La Cruz. Plays it off the side, doesn't make the catch. I got to believe this is going to be an error on De La Cruz at short.
Yeah, they've given De La Cruz an error. So Ballesteros at first. Here's Seiya Suzuki, and he whacks the first pitch foul back off the screen, 0-1. Pat mentioned this earlier, that Suzuki has had a lot of success in his career against Green. Entered play hitting better than 400 against him with 2 home runs. De La Cruz with 25 errors this year. Green deals, and Suzuki looks at a strike right at the top of the zone, but it wasn't a fastball. It was a hard slider from Green, 0-2.
That's a lot of errors for your shortstop to have, especially for a guy with the ability that he has and the hands that he has. He should not be making that many errors.
The next pitch, Suzuki swings and pops it up. Shallow center, drifting back McClain, and the second baseman has it, makes the catch. 1 away as Suzuki is retired. Ballesteros returns to first.
Let's see if Kelly can do a little damage here. Cubs do not have a hit here against Green, who's throwing bullets. He's had very nice sequence of pitches and good command tonight. Cubs have only squared up a couple balls against him so far today.
Now the pitch. Misses outside. Another fastball from Green. Maybe he's getting tired. That one was at 99.
Velocity's dropping way down.
Steer holding on by Ballesteros at first. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Slider low. And Kelly went after it. 1-1 the count. Big hole on the right side of the infield with Steer holding on by Ballesteros. McClain, the second baseman, up the middle, just to the right of the bag. Green, high leg kick and pitch. Kelly whacks it foul, out of play, off to the right. 1-2.
That's a pitch you want to put in play if you're Kelly. You got to fasten in the middle of the plate. And it's easy to save from up here, but he hit it on the barrel. He's just tardy. Pitch is 100 miles an hour and just a little late. Fouled it off to the right.
Cincinnati up 1-0. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs here in the top of the 5th. Cubs still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Ballesteros reached on an error. Throw to first. Ballesteros dives in safely. Moises has yet to steal a base in his big league career.
You may be able to say that for a while.
The pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball right along the outside edge at 100 miles per hour. Kelly's retired, 2 away.
Yeah, when when you get a pitch to hit against a guy like Hunter Green, you've got to do something with it. Because with his arsenal, it's only 3 pitches. And as a right-hander, really 2. You're going to get fastball and you're going to get a slider. One of the 2. But he fouled the 1 pitch off, and then he just paints on him on the outside corner with a 100-mile-an-hour heater.
Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate looks at a splitter low, so the count is 1-0. 2 away, top 5, 1-0 Cincinnati. Ballesteros at first. Cubs still looking for their first hit. Crow Armstrong waits, and the pitch. Inside with a fastball clocked at 101 miles per hour. If I'm not mistaken, that's 734 pitches this season that Green has thrown at 100 or more. Unreal. Here's the pitch. Rick, oh! This one hits Ballesteros in the helmet. Ball ricochets to right center, retrieved by Friedel. He throws to second in time for the force. That's out number 3. Is Ballesteros okay?
The ball it's a line drive bullet. I think it flicks off the glove of the first baseman, Steer, and then hits Ballesteros part in the helmet and part in the head, I believe. The Steer reaches for this ball, and it does. It hits Ballesteros right in the side of the helmet, and he's being helped. He's walking off the field, but with trainer Nick Frangella and Craig Counts. Wow, what a...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
Reds with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. The batter is Tyler Stevenson, the number 8 hitter in the Reds order. Colin Ray deals, and he fouls the first pitch back. Stevenson does for strike 1.
So the last play to end the inning, this is a play that usually if the fielder or if the runner gets hit with the ball, he is out. But the reason why Ballesteros was not out right away, the ball deflected off the glove of the first baseman Steer. This ball's fouled off from Stevenson. So it hits the glove, then it hits Ballesteros. So then Ballesteros, the play continues on. The ball deflects all the way into center field. And the center fielder throws to second, they get a force out. So it will not be a hit for Pete Crow Armstrong. It's just going to be a 3-8-6 put out at second base.
Stevenson check swing on appeal. He went around, says the first base umpire, Chad Whitson, to strike 3. So Stevenson is retired. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Reds with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. The first out sponsored by Xfinity, your home field advantage. Brought to you by Xfinity, all your favorite teams, all in one place. Matt McLean at the plate. And the first pitch is a sweeper way outside. It rolls all the way to the backstop, so 1-0 the count.
The good thing I can report as I'm looking down at the Cubs dugout is Ballesteros is back in the Cubs dugout and smiling and talking about how he's got hit in the melon with the line drive. So we can chuckle now because they're all laughing about it. But when it first happened, there was no laughing matter. That's for sure. That ball smoked him.
The next pitch to McLean is outside. So the count is 2-1 off the bat of Crow Armstrong, who is at the plate. Exit velocity 105 miles per hour. It was a screaming line drive, just tipped by the glove of the first baseman Steer. As McLean swings, drives one in the air, deep right center field. Crow Armstrong giving chase at the track near the wall. He tracks it down and makes a running catch in right center for out number 2 as McLean is retired. Bottom 5, Reds up 1-0. So it went right off the fingertips of the glove of Steer, smashed right into the side of the helmet of Ballesteros. It ricocheted way out into right center field. The helmet went flying. Ballesteros kind of crouched because that was a shot, and then attempted to run to second, but Friedel threw him out at second base as T.J. Friedel pops it up on the infield behind the mound. Dansby Swanson on the grass has it and makes the catch for out number 3 as the Reds go down in order here in the 5th. But the good news is Ballesteros is okay. That's the most important thing.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball.
Stewart, the toss across in time, and that's out number 1. Swanson bounces out. The batter is Matt Shaw. Green just rolling along. Aside from the ball hit by Pete Crow Armstrong, very few solidly hit balls against the big right-hander. Here's Bush in the on-deck circle as Matt Shaw, now batting, takes a breaking ball for ball 1.
Yeah, Pete's really been the guy. He lined out to right, and Benson made the sliding catch, and then the line drive at first base. So he's been the one guy that's hit Green hard.
And Green run only at 60 pitches, so he's got some left in the tank. You don't see many 1-0 games here. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. Colin Ray pitching great ball himself, giving up only 1 run in 5 innings.
Yeah, he gave up the 2 doubles in the 4th, almost to the same spot, to that right center spot, and that's the only run of the game.
Here comes the 1-2 to Matt Shaw, he fouls it back. We've seen a lot of games here, though, Ron. At any time, a big inning is always possible. Get a couple of guys on and a home run, and I mean it happens in a hurry in this park. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shaw is out number 2. 5 strikeouts for Hunter Green. Green trying to beat the Cubs for the 5th time in 6 career decisions. But I mentioned earlier, Ron, the Cubs have hit him. They've gotten runs and manufactured some offense against Hunter Green in the past, just not tonight.
Right.
His ERA was 4.10 against the Cubs before this game.
Well, he's one of those guys with the stuff that he has because it's such a great fastball. That when he's really on, he's one of those guys that any night he could dominate the entire ballgame.
And that's what he's been doing so far. Drafted in June of 2017 by the Reds. First-round pick, 2nd pick overall. 2-0 to Bush outside. Okay, do you green light a guy in a game where you're looking for your first hit on 3-0?
I think if Michael Bush feels good about swinging, I would let him swing. Absolutely. Might be the best pitch you get in your entire at-bat or the entire night.
Fastball strike, it was right down the middle.
Michael was taking all the way on 3-0.
Plenty of Cub fans here ready to make some noise. And the 3-1 to Bush way outside, ball 4. He missed his target on that pitch by more than any pitch he has all night long. That was way outside. Missed his target by about 3 feet.
That's only the second base runner of the game for the Cubs. That'll bring up one of the hottest hitters in all of baseball, Nico Horner.
Nico with a 12-game hitting streak. And he will hit a ground ball to second base, fielded by McLean. Shovels it to the shortstop De La Cruz. There's the force. That's the inning. And the Cubs still looking for their first hit as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Reds won.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
Big curveball is outside to Lux. The Mets beat San Diego earlier today. That reduced the Cubs' magic number to 5 for clinching the top wild card spot in the national playoff scene. Breaking ball missed, 2-0. Speaking of the Mets, they'll be at Wrigley on Tuesday night. 2-0 pitch outside. Go to Cubs.com regarding ticket availability for the final homestand. 3 against New York, 3 against St. Louis. And now the 3-0 pitch in there for a call strike.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation light beer. And as you said, Colin Ray throwing exceptional baseball too. 1 run on 4 hits. All just the problem is Hunter Green has got a no-hitter going so far through the first 6 innings.
Here's the 3-1. Fly ball foul, left side, and it's out of play. Another thing that makes this a very good hitter's park run is the relatively scarce area of foul ground.
Yep.
Very little foul territory. Down the line's almost nothing. And then the area behind the plate, maybe 40 feet.
Yeah, everything about this place just screams good hitter's park.
Fastball, strike 3 called. Lux is out number 1, and the batter, Austin Hayes. I bet you would have liked to have played several years with that 370 marker out in right center in a home ballpark for yourself.
Oh, my, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
That would be outstanding. It just turns you into such a good hitter because you just see the ball longer and you can drive it that way.
Fly ball to left, racing over and making the catch is Happ. A softly hit fly ball. Happ angling in and over, made a routine catch, and that's out number 2, and the batter, Sal Stewart.
Pitch by Ray, getting the quick out of Hayes, a little slider away. Hayes hit it right off the end of the bat.
Reds 1, Cubs nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs, bases empty. Stewart has struck out twice. Still no wind at all. A warm summer night. Late summer, just a few more days before fall arrives. And as Bob Seger said in one of his songs, with autumn closing in. I believe that would have been Night Moves. Here is a swing and a miss, and the count now 1-1 on Sal Stewart. Here comes the 1-1 by the big, tall right-hander, Ray. Swing and a foul back. He got away with that one.
Yeah, that was a hanging breaking ball. Stewart with a big swing and fouled it straight back.
Well, let's see what's happened on this date in baseball history. We'll get to that both during this inning and into the 7th, perhaps. Baseball history, this date in baseball history, brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Colin Ray strikes out Stewart. Let's see if the Cubs can get some runs for Colin Ray. He is certainly pitching well enough to be a winning pitcher in a ball game. We go to...
Let's see if we can figure out the...
68 above 500. Ian Happ will swing and miss at the first pitch here in the seventh inning from Hunter Green. Ian was trying to tie the game with one swing. The next offering, fastball, strike two called. Happ has grounded out and lined out. Right now just trying to get on base to start a rally. Cubs down by 1-0. And the 0-2. Happ lifting one foul off to the left out of play. Well, before you sat down and mentioned the Indians of 1954 clinched the American League pennant on this date, September 18. How do you get to 68 games above 500? Happ will take strike three call. Happ didn't like the call. He thought it was high. And he has a brief word with Edwin Moscoso. And that is out number one. Happ called out, and the batter is Ballesteros.
Four-seam fastball, top of the zone, away. Being a little choked up and just couldn't pull the trigger.
6 strikeouts for Hunter Green. Cubs still without a base hit. Here's Moises Ballesteros swinging away and fouling it away. Thankfully, he's okay after being hit in the helmet by that line drive off the bat of Pete Crow Armstrong. And he hits a high fly ball foul left side out of play. Green has only walked one man. He's not doing a lot of nibbling out there.
No, he has been... First inning, he was a little erratic. He was getting some calls a little bit from Moscoso, and then he's settled right in, and he has really been pitching masterful. Just both sides of the plate with all three pitches.
Next pitch fouled away by Ballesteros. 1-0 Cincinnati. Seventh inning, one down. Base is empty. And the 0-2 pitch from Hunter Green. Down low. The pitch count not yet a factor, but you can believe that Terry Francona is keeping a very close eye on that pitch count. And the next offering is taken strike three call. Ballesteros caught looking. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin this seventh inning. Green now at 78 pitches. And the batter, Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, this is perfect fastball down and away. Ballesteros, I think this ball's probably borderline away.
Suzuki takes down low. That was an off-speed delivery. Seiya is the one guy previous to tonight that had done some damage against Green. He was 7 for 15 with a pair of home runs and 6 runs batted in. And one of his homers was a grand slam. It was on a windy night at Wrigley a couple of years ago. He hits a ground ball fair. It's going to be a double into the left field corner. And Seiya Suzuki breaks up the no-hit bid with a 2-out double here in the 7th inning. And now let's see if the Cubs can go about the business of tying and then taking the lead in this game.
A little breaking ball down and away, and Seiya just hooks this ball just inside the bag at third. Nothing you can really do. You're the third base, and you're giving it the best shot. Stewart lays out for this ball, but couldn't get to it. It goes down into the corner.
Now let's see if Carson Kelly can drive in the tying run. And that finally brought the Cub fans to life. The first hit coming with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Here's a big bouncer to second, fielded by McLean. Over to first in time to end the inning. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of inning number 7. Reds 1, Cubs nothing on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball.
Humans.
Will Benson drove in the Reds' only run of this game with a ringing double to right center back in the 4th. Big, strong left-handed batter. Colin Ray still on the mound. Why not? He's pitching a great game. Deep drive to right down the line, foul. And back out of play. Cincinnati right at the 500 mark. Trying to climb one game above. Cubs are a season-high 24 games above 500. Swing and a miss. Good change of pace. Baseball notes here. Looks like baseball history. Greg Maddux. When you start breaking the records of a guy named Cy Young, it's a very proud day. Here's a pitch down low. Maddux broke Cy Young's major league record by getting his 13th win for the 20th consecutive season. Think about that. Changeup is down low. I remember this game. It was 2006 Dodgers. Hit 4 consecutive home runs in the bottom of the 9th inning against San Diego. Bouncer to first, glove by Bush. Good play on the short hop. He slid as he scooped it and then gets up and runs to first in time. Not a routine play from Michael Busch. It's out number 1.
Not routine, but a very good play to get the first out here in this 7th. The 4 home runs in a row.
I remember this. It was on television. Vin Scully was doing the play-by-play, and solo home runs by Jeff Kent, J.D. Drew, Russell Martin, and Marlon Anderson tied the game. Here's a swing and a foul back to our booth, and out of play. Ron Coomer was ready to dive in front of any of us to protect us from harm. Ron, you can get up from under the table now.
Well, range isn't what it used to be.
Here's the 0-1, and it's in for a strike. 0-2.
Thought I had me my first play of the year, but came up a little short.
Now, you were making a very humorous sound earlier when you were a player and maybe a catcher like a Terry Steinbach, one of your teammates would drop a ball or misplay or mishandle something. You would make a sound, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd share that with our audience. It's
really
very comical sound.
When a guy would clank a ball, like happened in this ball game, you'd walk up to him on a bench and he'd go, "Gung!" Try the glove next time, not the frying pan. Let's see how that works.
What was that?
You heard it.
I only wish this could be seen by our radio listeners. I mean,
that would be something.
There's some real acting involved. Ron's head is shaking and quivering. It's very entertaining.
I've noticed.
Do you rehearse this in like the time? We do spend a lot of time alone on the road.
I'm just a natural at it.
Well, I can tell that. That goes without saying. That goes without shaking. 1-0 Cincinnati, bottom of the 7th inning. But I like that sound effect. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What a game that Colin Ray is pitching, Ron. He's allowed only 4 hits and 1 run, but he's on the bottom end of a 1-0 score here in Cincinnati. Normally when you pitch like this, you're leading by 4 or 5 runs.
Yeah, this is a game. This is a very rare game here, as we've talked about here in Cincinnati. 1-run ball game, 1-0.
Kelly De La Cruz, the batter, and he'll take a strike.
Both guys have been exceptional at hitting the edges of the strike zone all night long.
One more note, this stayed in baseball history. Troy Tulowitzki, there's a name from the past. Swing and a miss. Now, you talk about a hot stretch for home runs. He tied a Major League record on this date in 2010 with his 14th home run in a 15-game span.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
That's hot.
Now, okay, he did play his games at Coors Field, but still.
Yeah, you still got to hit it, though. You still got to be squaring the ball up and hitting that many balls like that.
De La Cruz swings and misses, strike 3. Colin Ray fooled him badly. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if the Cubs can get Colin Ray some runs. We go to the 8th inning. Reds 1, Cubs nothing. On the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
and 3. Here's the pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong, a swing and a miss. I do not remember a game where both starting pitchers worked 7 full innings.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music,
Climbing in. First pitch to McLean is a breaking ball that dives low and away for ball one. 1-0 on Matt McLean. Soroka's 1-0. McLean hits it sharply, but foul outside of third. McLean struck out in the third. Flew to center in the fifth. Hit the ball well. That fly ball to right center field in the fifth inning, but Pete Crow Armstrong ran it down on the warning track. The 1-1. Breaking ball dives off the plate. McLean now ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. .640 beginning tomorrow. Nick Lodolo against Shota Imanaga. The pitch is low and outside. We're on the air at 6:10 with the Reds pregame show tomorrow night. Will the Reds be looking for their third straight victory? McLean checks his swing on a 3-1 fastball inside, and it nicked off his bat. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes on McLean, and he takes high and outside for ball 4. And McLean is aboard with a 1-out walk. Now TJ Friedel. Friedel looking for his first hit. Cubs have kept him off base all night. He's 0 for 3. He has flied to left, struck out, and popped to short. Fly out to left. The best he's looked. That was his first time up. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Had a nice swing on a fastball that he went with to left field, but Ian Happ ran it down. 1 on, 1 out. Soroka from the belt, the pause, and the 0-1. And Friedel got a piece of it, fouls it back. He's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Loose and a swing and a miss at a high fastball, and Friedel's down on strikes.
You see Hunter Green doing a lot of pacing down there in the first base dugout. I think that's as much just to kind of stay loose. I mean, you pitched 8 innings over the last couple of hours. You're trying just not to get stove up before you get back out there for that final inning.
So all indications are that he'll be back out for the 9th. Chance to finish it off. Pick to first, and McLean's back safely. The Reds have another shutout earlier this year. It was a 1-0 final in that game as well. And the first pitch to Gavin Lux is off the inside corner for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, runner at first, 2 out. The 1-0 pitch. And Lux takes off the inside corner, breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Andrew Abbott went the distance on June the 10th in Cleveland. He allowed 3 hits in that game, walked 1 and struck out 5, swing and a miss, and now it's 2-1. Hunter Green so far tonight has 7 strikeouts. He has walked only 1 and surrendered just 1 hit. He has faced only, that'd be 3 over the minimum. 2-1 pitch to Lux, swung on and fouled back. Walked the air in the double.
I think Lodolo has a shutout, too.
I think you're right. Right-hander readies at the belt, the 2-2 pitch. There goes McLean, and it's a check swing on a pitch in the dirt. It'll be a swing. Lux breaks for first. They throw and complete the strikeout 2-3. The ball bounced out in front of home plate. And the Reds come up empty in the 8th. Still 1-0 Redlegs as we head to the 9th inning on the Reds Radio Network.
Let's play ball with our official pretzels of the Cincinnati.
Great moments in baseball.
Count is 0-1. Green has been outstanding. 7 strikeouts so far. Right-hander into his windup, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2, and he's got Bush down to the count. That pitch at 100.
Hunter Green started the ball game at 100, and he will finish it at 100.
Stevenson punches in the sign. Green into his windup, and now Stevenson's going to go talk it over with him. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. Reds and Reds Radio Network want to welcome Reds on Radio affiliate ESPN Radio, Wing AM 1410 here from Dayton, Ohio. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Splitter, and he wanted Bush to go after it, but Bush laid off. Seven strikeouts for Green. Bush was his first. Right-hander into his windup, and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the left side. That's out of play. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Green, home of the 1-2. And again, buried the pitch in the dirt, this time a slider. Green has gone as deep as 8 2/3 innings. That was back in April in San Francisco. He was trying to go the distance in that game and couldn't quite get it done. He's got another chance tonight. The 2-2 fastball, called a ball, a little too tight at 1-0-1. And now it's full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, that didn't miss by much at all. Here's his payoff. Swinging and a foul back out of play. Think about a 1-0 game. You've still got to pitch. One mistake and it's a brand new game. Green again with the 3-2. Swung on and lifted high in the air, deep to right. Benson going back on the track near the 370 sign. He's got it.
Yeah, baby.
For the first out. 1 down here in the 9th inning. Bush didn't miss it by much.
It's all right. Hunter went right at him. Fastball right at the top of the zone. He just couldn't catch up quite to it.
1 out for Nico Hoerner. First pitch to Hoerner. Swing and a miss. And a slider on the outside corner for strike 1.
This is the part for Hunter. You know these Cubs hitters are trying to tie it with one swing of the bat. You can use that to your advantage.
0-1 the count on Hoerner. Hoerner is grounded out to second, also to short. And last time up, he grounded into a fielder's choice to McLean. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go on the slider down and away? Yes, he did.
That's what I'm talking about. A little over-aggressive.
0-2 on Hoerner. Back-to-back sliders to start the at-bat. He hasn't struck out Hoerner yet tonight. Here is the 0-2 pitch to the Cubs second baseman. Instead, Stevenson's going to go out again and talk with Hunter Green. I wonder if Hunter's having trouble hearing the signs.
Yeah, it looks like he can't quite. He keeps holding his glove up to his ear. And I don't know if it's the pitch comm or...
Yeah, he's holding his glove to his ear, but...
And a lot of times pitchers do that because the crowd noise is a little bit too much. And you can't quite hear exactly what the call is from the catcher on the pitch comm system.
The 0-2. Strike 3
man.
called. 1-0-1 down the middle, and it froze Nico Hoerner. 8 strikeouts for Green, and he's 1 out away from a complete game shutout.
Man, that pitch was at 101. Hunter got on that one. That had some downhill drive to it.
2 down, and now Ian Happ. Green winds, fires, first pitch, swung on, fouled back, strike 1.
102.
Hardest fastball of the night for Hunter Green right there to Ian Happ.
Tell you what, this kid's getting on it. Got to have a win.
They're on their feet here at Great American Ballpark. Green winds, here's his 0-1. Swing and a miss at a split, down and away, 0-2.
He missed that by 2 feet.
Green a strike away from ending it and going the distance for the first time with his first career shutout. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back, and you know he went back to the old number 1, and it was just barely fouled away by Happ. A fastball at 102.
When you're a power pitcher like Green, that reaching back for that heater in crunch time is in your DNA.
Again, the 0-2. And a little low with the split. And somehow Happ able to lay off. That's not an easy pitch to take. And it was just below the zone. It was down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Happ waiting, Green fires. And strike 3 called. He got him with a high slider. Hunter Green goes the distance. A complete game shutout. And that's it. Reds win it 1-0 over the Cubs.
Boy, what a tremendous effort by Hunter Green here on this night. He did not have a whole lot of wiggle room. He only had 1 run, and the pressure was on the big fella, especially after the trip up in Sacramento last time out. But, man, did he answer the bell. That's about as dominating of a pitching performance as you could ask for against one heck of an offense in the Chicago Cubs.
A one-hit shutout for Hunter Green, and the Reds hold on and win it to beat the Cubs 1-0. Green with 9 strikeouts tonight. The only hit, Seiya Suzuki's 2-out double in the 7th. A brilliant start for Green, and the Reds win it again. Final score, 1-0. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
CVG